Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, I've just spent about 10 to 12,000 energy on Dragon 10 hard whilst we've had this 3 times chance to drop speed. Today we're going to be doing a video where I look at my aggressive settings towards speed gear, and we're going to do some gear rolling around speed. I'm also going to do gear rolling for the new Righteous set because I feel like it's a really good set. See what sort of stuff I'm looking at for that set as well. And it turns out right after the Dragon Speed event is ending, they drop the Dragon Tournament. Raid Shadow Legends. Are you talking to each other out there? Do you know the other departments exist? What's really weird, actually, there's a little bit of crossover with these things. I've just seen it. Like, there's 2 hours on this Dragon tourney. There is still 1 hour, 19 minutes as of recording for this Dragon kind of drop 3 speed stuff. But trouble is, by the time I've recorded a video, get it out there, it's probably like 30 minutes left. There's just not enough time to burn it. So unfortunately, Raid, you dropped the ball with that one. But anyway, let's get into this. So Righteous gear has been the Forge Pass kind of set for this time. I've got myself to like level 44, and you know, there's going to be a bit more Brucey bonus stuff coming. I did buy like the gold pass to get a bit more gear because this is going to be a great set. 40 resistance, 10% speed. Actually a really nice set in terms of resistance sets. And if we compare it to the other resistance sets that are out there right now, kind of got straight resistance where you just get 40 resistance. That's now pretty much, you know, it is a 2-piece set, so it was always a nice filler set. Eventually that's going to be kind of like bin off set, because the new stuff is just better. You've got as well, I don't have great gear in these other sets, honestly, which is why I'm quite keen to get good gear in this one. You have Untouchable, which is 40 resistance and immunity for 2 turns. Pretty good set, but you don't get anywhere near the same level of resistance in total compared to a 2-piece set, dropping you 40 resist. You've also got Fortitude, which was, again, like probably the next best in line, really. 40 resistance and 10% defense for a 2-piece. So Fortitude's actually pretty damn solid. You get this from farming that guy Bommel. The most annoying thing, though, is that Bommel and Dark Fae are out at the same time, and most people would rather farm Dark Fae. So we've now got Righteous, and Righteous is a 40 resist and 10% speed. I think this is probably, depends on the situation, but probably the best and most versatile resistance set yet, because it's 2-piece, it can go anywhere, and you can use it in conjunction with Fortitude, which is nice. You know, with the extra speed, it can suddenly be something like a Hydra set, or it could still be an arena set if you want someone to still have a bit of pace. If you're looking for an ultimate tank high resistance, you might be better off going Fortitude. But honestly, if you're looking for ultimate tanks nowadays, most people just go Stone Skin, so they don't even go with a resistance set. Or you might go 4-piece Stone Skin and then one of these 2-piece sets. So I do just have a bit more that I can try and get in Fortitude. I'll show you the kind of way I've been doing this part. Now, this is an interesting one, right? So ultimately, I've got loads of resistance charms. I could put resistance charm in here, which is great. Yeah, you've got a better chance of getting a resistance substat. But what you can't tailor it to do is to be like, either give me a resistance main stat in a chest or give me resistance substats. But I still think it's probably best that you do throw this in there. I'm sure loads of players would disagree with that, so feel free to put your comments down below. All I'm doing here is just pinging it out, and then basically at this point I'm just like, is it a piece that I want? The rarity and stuff doesn't matter that much at the moment. It's just literally like, is there a main stat that I care about if it's bottom row? And if it's top row, are there a group of good substats? So plenty of this will just get binned off at this stage. Got a resistance main stat, which we'll just keep for now, in case I don't get much better. And ultimately, this is the first checker. Is like really what I want here is HP or defense or maybe crit rate, crit damage. But attack percent is kind of questionable to keep unless you're going for just a straight, the highest number of resistance you can make. I keep some of the 5-star stuff for now. No resistance in this piece. But we've got speed, which we could get a big roll on. So we'll keep that for now. And again, you might get multiple rolls into a stat and decide to chaos ore. So that's the type of thing you'd need to be thinking about. There's definitely a question as, you know, if you've got, this could be good. If you've got a bottom row with a bad main stat, you might still keep that if you've got plenty of stuff like chaos ore floating around. So resistance, speed for now, and that. So this might end up being a bit of a longer video, so apologies if you don't like a kind of dry gear related long video, but sometimes this helps a lot of people around making decisions. Speed with resistance, that could be nice. Resistance gone. HP with resistance, I like it. HP with resistance, weaker version, but we'll keep it for now. Just depends where these rolls go. This is the point. Keep plenty, because once you've leveled stuff to level 8, you then make decisions again. No resistance on this piece, which is a shame. I'm going to keep that one anyway. Percent with resistance. Is it likely to be used with these other crap substats? Probably not. It's probably a goner, which is a shame. Generally, if I'm going high resist, it's not for my damage dealer. Now, defense, no resistance. Okay. So let's start, before we get into that stuff, let's start with the speed gear that I got. Okay, so going for basically any speed gear in here which is not rolled is new. Yeah, there's not a lot. 10,000 energy, and basically anything unrolled here is new. And it doesn't necessarily have a speed substat, because all I did with my settings was said, keep me epic, legendary, mythical, keep me 6-star, keep me speed gear. And I selected all of the substats because I'm not convinced that if I just tick speed, if it will just, I think it sells it all. I think it sells everything, because it's like, I haven't got all of the substats you want. That's why I think it works. So, again, this is not something I'd recommend to the average player, or even really, it's not something I should have done, I guess. But I set it up like this. Super aggressive, just speed set, but give me all of the substats. Yeah. It's probably poor advice. What I'd love to be able to say is, on helms, give me rare as well. But it does it universal. It does it like across the whole thing. So can't do that. It's annoying. I'd love to say on boots, give me rare as well. Yeah, I can't do it. So I would advise, if you're trying to go aggressive on speed, then make sure you include rare stuff as well, because it's still pretty good. Like some of the stuff I wear right now, it's rare. But for this video, I've gone super aggressive on trying to upgrade into bigger pieces. As I said, I kept all of the substats for everything, because I think if I took off defense percent and it had speed on it and defense percent, I think it sells it. I think that's the way it works. All I did was I took away, probably shouldn't have done this for speed gear, honestly, but I took away the flat stat main stats for, oh no, for boots. Yeah, for boots. But for gloves and chests, I still had the flat stat main stat in, because you could still get a quad roll speed on those pieces. So super aggressive. I know there's going to be loads of people like, oh my God, that's terrible advice. It's not advice. Just telling you what I did. So I'm interested to see how many points I've earned so far. 15,000 points for gaining items. And I've done some leveling, I guess, along the way. But mainly it's through gaining items, or gaining items and then selling it straight off, honestly. But already got 15,000 points for the anniversary path. Albeit I've spent, it's got to be at least 10,000 energy, but probably more like 12,000, I think. So let's get into rolling some of this up. What did we get? First piece, mythical. Let's move me out of the way a bit here. Mythical first piece with no speed on it. So I guess what I'm going to look to do here is just see after level 8, where is it going? It's just flipping all over the place. I'm not super short on speed on weapons. That's just going to go. Honestly, we're just looking for speed to pop up. No speed at all. Again, I roll it to 8 to see if it double rolls somewhere. It doesn't, so that's a goner. This one, no speed again. Oh, it's brutal. Brutality. Goner. Got speed on this one. We want it to roll there. At least double roll. Like this is where I'm at on my main account. It needs to double roll into the stat for it to be even worthwhile in speed gear. So no weapons to keep. My free-to-play, by the way, will behave very differently to this. I will show you the free-to-play as well. Now, helms, I am super short. I played this game for 4 years. I'm super short on helms. Like, I've only got double rolls as the best I've ever done. And even then, like, I've got weak double rolls. I am so short on speed helms. It's crazy. If I got a triple roll, that's like a big upgrade to my account. Probably going to keep this either way. Doesn't even roll into it. I mean, like, so now what I can do, I'm going to rework it and see if I can flip speed here. It's a crazy one, but I'm so short on speed for helms that I need to do it. And we don't do it, and it's useless, and that's a goner. And it looks like the main thing that I needed to get is not going to happen. Double rolled into that top one. Let's see if it triples. We're going to rework it anyway. Attack percent, useless. Another one gone. Another one gone. So, no new helms. Okay, let's see what we get on the shields here. Again, nothing in speed. Just seeing if we get some double rolls. Not getting anything. I've got pretty good shields already, so you know, I'm not going to kind of push that any further. Just gone. You see how quickly, as an endgame player, farming gear is pretty useless. Like, it really is quite useless. It's why places like Doom Tower are now where people farm. Like, they farm Doom Tower items because they're just generally so much more usable. And you can tailor the forge in a better way than you can obviously tailor any of this stuff. Let's see if we get some speed rolls here. The other two substats are not that great. Takes them up to 12 because we like to see the Ascension bonus as well. Double resistance with speed, with HP. This is HP or resistance. This will be good. Attack percent's not great for the Ascension. It's not a terrible piece. It's not a terrible piece. Going to be a keeper. Flat HP. Again, we're just seeing if we double roll somewhere, and then I would rework it if it's any good. But we don't. Accuracy in a speed set. Very unlikely I would want to put accuracy in a speed set. If it was, I guess let's ascend it as well. If it was a perception set with accuracy main stat, great. If it was a accuracy set with accuracy main stat, great. This, I mean, the substats are very good. 20% defense. We've got HP. We've got some speed. I'm looking to max out accuracy. I don't think it's in this set. So at this point, you've got resistance as the kind of ascension. So again, like, it's not really what I care about here, because I would go resistance gear if I'm trying to push resistance, and I'd want resistance substats as well, or I'd want resistance matched with resistance. I guess I could rework it and see if that happens, but ultimately, it's quite a sad one. But I think that's just a goner. And I'm sure people will be crying about that one down below because it's questionable, but I think it's just a goner. Okay, then what we've got in boots here, I've got a defense percent pair of boots with accuracy, HP percent, and speed. Good substats. We're not necessarily wanting speed rolls here, like more in defense. This is a defensive pair of boots. It's not all about speed here. If it did go into speed, it's not the worst. Like, double speed with HP could be good. Worth ascending this type of set of boots to see what we got. If this was like speed here, or more defense, or more HP, then that would have been much better. But that's not a bad set of defense boots. And what else have we got here? Another set of defense boots, but worse substats. I guess you could argue crit rate's okay, but if I'm going for high crit, I'm probably looking at a different type of gear set to speed. So I don't know. I don't really know what I'm looking for here. I'm not sure what would make me keep this piece. I guess it's double rolled. It's worth a look at the Ascension. It's become attack percent with defense, with more attack, with more crit rate. I don't know. If this was defense percent up here, I might have looked again. I could re-roll it and see if I get attack percent up here. But then again, like, I would probably just want that in a different set to speed. So it would really need to have rolled speed in the Ascension, and then I would try to turn him into speed boots. So that's it. Speed gear, I kept 0 pieces. And that's pretty common for me. Like, it's pretty common that I do not keep a piece when I'm doing like a massive farm in a dungeon nowadays. So let's go on to righteous gear. There's no surprises what I'm looking for here, honestly. We're just looking to high roll resistance. Yeah, and if we've got speed on the piece as well, great. If there's no resistance or speed at all, and I wish I could filter this to be like, if you've got no resistance, can I just get rid? There's no way I'm keeping that. That one's got speed. I guess we keep it. But really, I'm looking for resistance and speed together. At least just resistance. If it's a 5-star rare, I think it's just going to go, honestly. Especially when I've got quite a lot of pieces here. If I didn't have a lot of pieces, then that one's high roll, so I'm going to keep that one. You can high roll or low roll on any stat. Basically, with resistance, it could be a 9, a 10, or an 11 every single roll. So I'm looking for ones that have got a high roll initially for the 5-star rare pieces. Boots, chests, and gloves a bit different because it's just much harder to get them, and it's much harder to get the main stat that you want. Okay, let's start rolling some pieces then. So I'm looking for this one's. I'm really only looking for these bottom 2 stats, but mainly the speed. Honestly, that's gonna go. Looking to roll resistance. Yeah, it's a resistance set. We're looking to roll it, and I'll keep like single rolls for now because it's a new set. Anyone else feel like we need more space now? Like, there's so many sets. I aggressively sold off stuff that I really wanted to keep yesterday just so I can make room for farming. Oh, we've hit the triple on resistance. This is a brilliant piece. Resistance, health, and speed. It's great. It's rolled up. With accuracy as well. What a piece. Like, if you think about it, when you enchant that with a big boy, I don't have any big boy resistance glyphs, I could get another 16 resistance out of that. That's going to be colossal piece. So keep the single roll still for now, but chances are the single rolls are going to go once we start to build up better pieces. You're always kind of like rethinking, like, this instantly is a reasonable piece. Speed and resistance. This would have to double roll resistance now to even be considered. Didn't. Go. For the 5-star pieces, because we've now got a couple of decent rolls, this just basically all has to roll into resistance and in a pretty high level. So that's going to go. And you see here, we're just kind of like doing this. Roll it to 8 is pretty much my mantra for just exploratory stuff. And then I'll take it higher if I'm finding something that I like. So gone, gone, gone. It's a keeper. Clean it out as I go, just so I kind of not making mistakes. Albeit I do make mistakes, even when I'm recording, because I'm trying to be quick with the boring stuff. Sometimes I end up selling things that I should have kept, which is tragic. It's tragic. Need to get a double roll here to keep this, because even like, if you think about it, a double roll and a 5-star is kind of weak compared to a double roll in a 6-star. Like, the stats that you can get is just much higher in 6-star pieces. Double HP percent, but they both kind of low rolled. Gonna go. And 1. This is a difficult one because I actually kind of like the sub stats here. Double resistance. Yeah, okay, we keep that one. That one's got 27. Basically, it's got 27. This one's only got 22. This one's only got 22, but it's a similar piece to what we just looked at. So I think that's going to be a keeper. Yeah, I only really want to keep, you know, in this set, maybe like the best 3 or 4 pieces for each slot. Yeah, I don't need tons and tons and tons of this stuff. It's not a bad offensive piece. So even now, I've got 5 pieces. Am I likely to use them all? Like, this one's probably worse than this one. I'd rather have the crit rate than the crit damage. Because crit damage, you want to put on your gloves. Crit rate, you want to find in substats. But look, we've got 5 pieces there, which are all pretty decent. No resistance at all there. I could roll it and ore it, but feels like that's a bit of a waste for this type of gear. Legendary stuff I'll take up to 12 just because we've got a better flow of stats going. Keep it for a second. 21 resistance. No resistance here, but we might get some high level like speed rolling. Can't really get a bad roll here for stats. You know, this is a generally a good piece. It's not great for this set, I guess, but generally it's a decent piece which might end up forming part of a build at some point. So it's not a terrible one. This one, I'm just going to go to 12 here. I just didn't want to see that middle stat roll, especially with the double. There's got to be really a triple speed roll or a triple crit, something like that. No. That can go. That can go. The Curse of Helms carries on for me. Like, I just cannot ever seem to get a run of good helms in any set. To see another one. 5-star piece. At the moment, I think, what's my best here at the moment? Like 21, which could roll again. 20, which could roll again. So we're not going to be too aggressive here because I want to make sure that I've got the best option for resistance on this account. Oh, that's better. That's better from you. So we managed to get a 40 there, which means now that I can be a bit more aggressive at selling off ones that are not so good. Guess we'll see if we get a triple roll speed. On a 5-star, it's not as worth. These 5 stars up to 8s. Again, it's gone like with the offensive set. Which again, am I going to go full resistance offense? It's pretty rare that you would do it. It really is. Like, maybe in Hydra, you'd want to put some resistance on someone that does damage, but I don't think that's what you do. You tend to make a tank, you know, the resistance tank, and then you find other ways to, you just put your damage as kind of more aggressive. I don't need that anymore. I guess we see if we get another triple here. But it is a low roll to start, so it's not ideal. No, no good. So in Helms, we managed to keep 3. But honestly, like, 1 is good for certain stats. This one's pretty trash. In fact, it's gone. So we've kept 2. Okay then, this is a nice looking base piece. Look at this. High roll, resistance, speed, and defense. Just don't roll me flat HP. Okay, this is nice. Go on. Triple roll it. Triple roll it. It's actually pretty good though. Take that. Good start. The other substats are not as good here, so bunch of HP is not bad. Oh, do you keep that piece? Double HP roll? Probably not. Yeah, it could be good for someone like a Duchess where you do need high HP as well. In fact, I'm going to see if we get... Just give me 1 resistance roll. Come on. Flat HP. Don't know. I really don't know if that's a keeper or not. Probably it's not. Again, it's one of these offensive pieces. Got to go high into speed for it to be relevant. So gone up. back to roll it to 8 type of stuff. I'm going to see if I hit a triple in crit rate here, just as a interest, or 1 into resistance double crit rate's not bad. 6-star, lose it. I could be more aggressive in getting rid of some of the 5-star pieces now, because I've already got a couple of good ones here. Depending on what the substats look like compared to with each other, might still get a quad there. Okay, let's see if we can triple up. Not in the right place. Again, it's one of these kind of weird HP ones on a is 6-star. Kind of want it to go up here. Oh, I didn't to crit damage. That's going to go. Just got to land double resistance here for me to even care. The other substats are bad. Same sort of thing, really. Accuracy is a nice substat to have. So if it rolls double in one of them, it's not bad. Double resistance plus accuracy will keep it. Probably worth actually just taking that up for me to 16 now, just to see what this is. Speed as well. That's great. So it's actually turned out to be a good piece. And early on there, you might have thought to sell it. Sometimes it's just worth letting it do its thing an extra level if you've got the silver to do that. That piece is never going to be kept. What I'm interested to do, once I finish rolling this up, I'm interested to see what my best resistance build is. And what I'll do is I'll look for resistance. I'll use the optimizer. I'll look for resistance with a decent level of speed as well, and see what pops up. Like, have we improved my account's ability to build resistance builds? Because they're very difficult to do. So this is a tricky one. Like, flat defense main stat. I mean, do you even roll this? Do you even roll this? Well, that's just answered the question. The thing is, like, if this rolls here again, I could rework it. And see if we get that and land resistance, but it's such a long shot. I guess we'll see if we get any other good pieces. Because, you know, attack percent here is unlikely to be useful. Even if I double rolled resistance there, I still kind of need to rework it, because as I said earlier, like, the people that are going to wear gloves or resistance gear generally, it's normally tanks, not offensive champs. And even if it was offensive, you know, the attack percent is not really the way to go. Okay, so I've pretty much got one shot here, and I wish this was HP, not defense. One shot of landing a double resistance on a 6-star piece. We got it. It's actually good. Okay, we're going to take it up to 12 and see what the ascension is for this. I don't want to see HP here, really. Flat defense, not bad. Not bad. I guess we just upgrade this one to 16. See what we find here. Might be speed. Flat attack. It's kind of not good. It's not a good piece, but again, for that kind of like just straight high resistance build, it might end up being good. Or my best. Double flat defense. Thanks. Resistance or accuracy. Lands the other two, of course. Crit rate. I guess, I mean, this is more like trying to build an offensive piece type of one. I don't know what I would do with this. Would I use this ever? Don't think so. Don't think so. That's a goner. That's a goner. Defense with resistance. Guess we'll just go level 8 on 5-star stuff. It's just weak. Like, I don't have a lot of options here for gloves right now. Remember I said earlier I'd like to keep at least sort of 2 or 3 in each slot. At the moment we're struggling to get 2. This is a nice set of substats in general. It is crit rate on the main stat, which is usable. This will end up being a keeper, I think. We can ascend it as well. Just see if we get like crit rate or HP or defense. Flat HP is not really where it's at, but not a bad pair of gloves, honestly. Okay, last pair of gloves here. Just take it up to 8, see if we double roll it. We did. Now we can just kind of see what the next substat is. Flat attack. I mean, these substats are not really helping us here, but it's worth an ascension. Just see if we get more defense or HP. We didn't. Defense with 26 resistance here. It does mean I don't need to even consider Chaos Aura in this pair of gloves. Let's have a quick look through. 31, 21 with crit rate, 18, 26. Other substats not that good either. I guess we just get rid of one of them. It's not ideal. Like, none of those gloves are brilliant. I really would prefer HP percent on one of them, but we've got a bit of a mix and we've got a pretty decent resistance number. Let's go on to chests. This is one of my best potential pieces right now. Roll any of these top 3 and we could be good. Don't roll the bottom one. Okay, double resistance and a speed roll. This is good. Give us another resistance. Oh, it's good. What I would say with chests, though, is you can get main stat resistance, which probably for this set is where you would be looking. But if we get ascension bonus here of resistance or HP percent, that would be brilliant. Flat defense. It's not even that bad. That's a nice piece. Okay, we'll take that. Another HP with no resistance substat. Kind of just looking to see if we get some speed rolls here. Didn't. I will see what the ascension bonus is, though. Because it could be resistance. It's not. It's defense percent. HP with defense, with some speed. That's actually not a terrible piece either. Not for like a absolute maxing out resistance, but for a general build where you're trying to get to a good level of resistance, like for a Hydra build, this is a nice piece. Lots of health, lots of defense, and some speed. That would be a good Hydra type of piece. Okay, this could be godlike. Roll me triple speed is what we're saying here. Oh, double speed. Roll me resistance ascension is what we're asking for. Come on. Ah, it's attack percent. Okay, but still, like, you know, in terms of trying to max out my highest resistance so far, this is it. 96 with a bit of speed as well. This is basically my best resistance piece in this set, and it's going to be what the optimizer finds every single time. Yeah, because it's the only piece that's kind of maxing it out. HP with speed. Kind of want to double speed it. I've just taken it to 12 so I could see what the ascension was. That one's basically a goner. Onto the 5-star pieces now, so we can't get anything that's good. Honestly, with 5-star pieces, it's got to be pretty damn bang on for the rolls. It's not bad. Not bad, actually. Accuracy here. Again, like, where would you use it? It's not for maxing out a resistance build. This could be as a 2-piece set on someone for, you know, Hydra or something like that. Speed, resistance, accuracy, defense percent, crit rate. Like, actually, it's got a lot of good stats on it. This one I'm just going to take to 12 so I can ascend it and see what the ascension is. Kind of rolled pretty well as well. HP percent, again, not a bad one. Probably it's awkward because it's probably something I would never use. I've got a lot of good chests already here now, so, you know, what's the chance of me keeping any more of these 5-star ones? That one can't roll well enough to beat what I've already got. Resistance on a 5-star with no speed, no. No. Good double roll speed there. Okay, so the rest of those are goners. And we'll just check this one out. Resistance with a double roll speed we would keep. Single roll's not terrible. And then we just ascend to see what this is. Attack. So it turns out we're not keeping it, but do we? How many have we got here with resistance main stat? 1, 2. Probably it's a goner, but it was kind of close. Right, just on to boots then. So boots, we're looking for either speed main stat with resistance substats, or HP percent could be good here with some resistance rolls and speed. Really just anything but the top slots. Not bad, really. One of each. There you go. See what the ascension is. and it's flat attack. The Ascension's gone badly. That was HP percent, defense percent, or speed. That would have been pretty good, but it's still not a bad pair of boots. Similar thing here, but with no speed on it. Don't necessarily need speed on it if you're going full tank, but you don't want to land a double crit rate. Like, pretty much defense percent or resistance is where we wanted it. Now, though, you're starting to question, well, do I just want a quad crit rate? And this could be for, like, an HP nuker. What's the Ascension here? This is a weird set of boots. HP percent. So, suddenly you've got a set of boots which has got 80% HP, 25% crit rate, and some resistance. Like, if you're thinking about an Artak, yeah, high resistance kind of build, solo type farm, this might be it. It's a really weird set of boots. I'm definitely keeping them, but this is why we need more equipment space, because weird stuff like this, you normally would be like, I'm not sure how I would use it, but I begrudge getting rid of it. Let's see what this does here. There's no resistance down here, so it would have to really be good speed rolls. Go. This one's speed with resistance. Just whack me up a triple roll. Go on, triple it. I kind of need to keep the speed stuff anyway. Oh, it's really rolled badly, though. 8%. Depends if I've got any more speed boots, but they might end up going. Okay, defense. Only the top. Only the top. Probably not worth. Okay, we've got another chance at speed with resistance. Let's go. Better. HP resistance we like. See what the Ascension is. Defense percent as well. So they're like way better than those other speed boots that I just rolled up. Way better than these now. Do I just straight sell those now? Probably. I think that's a sell. We've got 22 versus 11 and crap other stuff. I do like the HP a bit though. I've already got HP there. Yeah, I think they're just straight gone. Okay, what we've got? Defense with no resistance, gonna go. Defense with resistance, we'll check. HP, no resistance, no resistance. Speed with no resistance, don't need it. Don't need it. Check for a double roll there. Right, we've got 3 more to do. Level 5 stuff, so I'm rolling it to 8 first. Gonna go. Chances are I'm keeping these. Still kind of okay. Don't know. It's probably pretty weak finish. Pretty weak finish. That one's gone. That one's gone. Okay, let's keep it like this. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to throw the optimizer on and see what my best resistance build looks like after that. For those who didn't see, I did a video kind of showing off the optimizer a bit yesterday. We do have it for free right now until the end of the week. It's free anyway. What I'm saying, it's free anyway. But all of the perks are also going to be available for free. All of the upgrades for this week. Okay, let's reset. Who should we do it on here? Let's do a high resistance. Maybe we go Duchess. Go for high resistance Duchess. Balance mode, which gives me like 1 stat priority. Just reset anything that I've done with her before. So balance mode. All I'm looking for is the best resistance I can get. So I'm just going to pump that on the stat bar. Include it all. I'm not going to tell it sets because it already knows to look for resistance. So sets are irrelevant here. It's going to find me my best gear. And then with glyphs, what I'm going to tell it is I could, just for the sake of this, I could max resistance. Yeah, and I'm also going to say I can max speed, just out of interest. And I can max HP. I can't right now. I don't have the glyphs to do that. But I'm just interested to see what it will do. The other thing I'm going to do here on configure is just say that I'm pretending that my masteries are different. In fact, they're already giving me resistance, so we're going to keep those. I'm going to pretend that I've got Law of Steel on, which will give me more stats. That's probably it. I'm going to say include all artifacts, even if the champions are locked. See, this one's locked. I'm going to say, don't worry about that. Just look at my whole account and find stuff. And I'm going to say search as much as you can. This becomes slower to do, by the way. If I was like down here, it's quicker. Up here, it's a little bit slower. It's still quick though. On most, like if you've got a decent PC. So, damn, actually. My best build here for a Duchess with 237 speed, which is actually kind of quick. 70 odd K health is not that much. I'd rather pick like a 90 to, you know, I'd rather go higher on health, honestly, but 4.1k defense is interesting here. 76,000 health. 907, so 910 resistance. And that is using 2-piece resistance gear, my old resistance gear, 2-piece of the new gear, and 2-piece of stone skin with resistance banner. $910 resistance. Would anyone get through it? I mean, I can't believe it. I guess because my stone skin has rolled with, you can see, I don't know if you can see it well here. This stone skin piece has rolled resistance with resistance. That's why the ascension's so important. In fact, did I have max out ascension? Yeah, I did. So I had max ascension here. If something wasn't already maxed out, it will assume that it will. And I also had max the main stat here. So if I didn't max a piece of gear, it will assume that it's maxed. But the double stone skin, because of this chest. Wonder what it would look like if I said, give me stone skin 4-piece. Which is kind of minimum if you're going to use stone skin and actually make use of it. Let's clear and go again. 850 or 846 with 248 speed and a high amount of health. And actually, it's not using the new righteous stuff. So my new righteous stuff has not eclipsed what I already had with, honestly, one of the weakest sets in the game. Just to, I guess I farmed it more. I've got more of it. But ultimately, it's not eclipsed what I already had with the old school resistance gear. Is 850 resistance enough in today's world of Raid Shadow Legends to actually stop people getting you? I'm not sure that it is. I'm not sure that it is. There you go. Add the gear rolling on top of what I'd already done. 34,000 points right now. So we're kind of closing in on this Soulstone, if that's what you're interested in. If you're like me, that's what I'm interested in. I did make a bit of a poo-poo as well yesterday. You can straight just unlock one of these fellas and have like a cheaper path down the left or right-hand side to get to either Soulstone or just kind of get to the books. So it's actually much cheaper. Just go down the left. Anyway, there you go, guys. I've been Hell Hades. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you later.